If you're trying to find the best high yield savings accounts in 2026, this video, we're going bank by bank in a clean format. For each one, we're doing three things. First, the current rate they're advertising right now. Second, the requirements that you need to meet to actually get that rate, because some of these highest APYs come with fine print. And third, a few features that might actually be worth switching. Things like FDIC insurance coverage, cash tools, budgeting systems, transfer speed, or how easy it is to actually manage. All right, let's dive in. Axos is a perfect example of why we have to read the product name carefully, because they actually have two popular options that are very different. Their Axos One is their option that offers premium yield with requirements. So Axos advertises earning up to 4.21% APY on savings when you meet these requirements. So the stipulation is simple. The best rate is tiered to using the One setup, which includes their checking relationship and meeting the qualification steps. At the bottom of their page, they'll show their tiers where if you are putting away over $250,000 in savings, their rate actually drops to 3.50%, which is less than other options that we'll cover. And in order to qualify for the 4.21% rate, you have two options. Option one is you receive at least $1,500 in total monthly qualifying deposits and maintain an average daily balance of at least $1,500. And then option two, receive at least $5,000 in total monthly qualifying deposits and maintain an average daily balance of at least $5,000. If you want a simpler no-hoop savings account from Axos, the one to look at is the Summit Savings, which advertises 3.75% APY, and Axos states that there's no minimum balance required to earn that rate. So features worth switching for. Axos positions the Summit account as a clean online savings experience, and the One account adds a higher ceiling if you're willing to play the requirements game. These accounts are also covered up to $250,000 through FDIC coverage, but also gives a higher FDIC coverage up to $2.5 million. But one thing to watch out is you don't want to accidentally open the wrong product, so Axos One or Summit are not the same rate structure, so just be careful when signing up. So Barclays is currently pushing a combo of APY plus a bonus. Barclays is advertising up to 3.7% and a $200 bonus tied to maintaining a acquired balance during the promo window shown on their page. And it changes often, so you have to actually go to their page when you're looking to switch to actually get that current promo. So Barclays' website states that you must deposit $30,000 and maintain that balance for 120 days to receive the bonus. And the offer expires March 31st, 2026. So like I said, keep going back as there's constantly different promos that they're advertising. If you're seeing this video after March, check out their page for the new offer, but read the fine print. So features worth switching for. Barclays can be attractive for someone who likes a recognizable name, wants a competitive yield on a large portion of their savings, and also wants to stack a bonus. They're also insured through the FDIC up to $250,000. SoFi is the classic great rate if you qualify setup. They list 3.3% APY with a temporary 0.7% boost for the first 6 months. But the key is that you earn their high yield rate by meeting at least one of the conditions, like eligible direct deposits, $5,000 or more in qualifying deposits every 31 days, or being a SoFi Plus subscriber, which you can buy for $10 a month and get all the benefits without the deposit requirements. So SoFi has many features worth switching for. They have an entire ecosystem. Alongside banking services, they have a brokerage account, IRAs with contribution matches, credit cards, loans on top of a clean app experience. They are also insured by the FDIC up to $250,000, but you can even increase this up to $3 million through their SoFi Insured Deposit program. Now, one thing to watch out for is that there have been reports of SoFi locking people's accounts for things like strange transactions. So if you normally have a few charges each year that you have to dispute with your current bank, SoFi may not be the bank for you. So just know that going forward. Now, before we continue on with the rest of the list, if you enjoy these straightforward style videos, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below. It helps the channel grow and allows us to keep you updated as these banks change their rates throughout the year. So thank you so much, and let's get to number 4. Marcus by Goldman Sachs is the simple and reputable option a lot of people like for their emergency funds. Now, On their official high yield online savings page, they show the 3.65% APY as of March 2026. And on that page, they also advertise a cash bonus offer with certain balance requirements. So features we're switching for are a clean savings product, a trusted brand, and Marcus often runs these bonus offers that you see on their page all the time. So they are also insured by the FDIC up to $250,000. The thing to pay attention to here are the maximum balance limits and whether you're looking for the standard savings rate or a bonus promotion. So check those out before you sign. Capital One 360 Performance Savings is one of the best easy mode accounts for a lot of people. Capital One is currently showing 3.3% APY, and they have held that rate for a while, unlike other banks that have really dropped as the federal funds has reduced the rate. They also emphasize there are no fees to open and keep the account, and are FDIC insured up to $250,000. People use Capital One because of their strong banking experience, a good app, and simple savings without needing all these direct deposit hoops. Now, the only thing to look out for is that Capital One doesn't have the highest APY on the internet, but it's one of the smoother mainstream setups. Next up is American Express High Yield Savings, which is very similar to Capital One. It highlights no fee to open, no minimum deposits, no monthly fees, and the page references a 3.3% interest rate, same as Capital One. And they are also FDIC insured up to $250,000. American Express would be a good option as they have a simple savings product, a strong brand, and it's straightforward to manage money online, especially if you are already a customer of American Express through their credit card system. Ally is one of the most widely used online banks. Their current rate shows 3.2% APY and is very similar to SoFi as they have tons of features worth considering. Ally is known for being easy to use, and they have savings buckets to help you save money for different reasons like home or car maintenance, savings, kids' clothes, you name it. It's a popular all-around online bank choice for families. And remember, every big bank has mixed customer experiences online, and Ally does as well. Just like SoFi, Ally's had a few customers report their accounts being frozen and it was difficult to get their money back. The safest move is to keep your emergency fund diversified. Don't make all of your accounts in one single point of failure like one institution. You can always have another brick and mortar bank if this worries you. CIT's Platinum Savings is a very clear minimum balance unlocked account. CIT states that their APY is 4.1% at the moment when you open an account and use their promo code CIT Boost. One thing to know is that if you have less than $5,000 in the account, their rate is actually a measly 0.6%, but you can get the full 4.1% if you have over $5,000 to put in the account. So when the promo ends, their current rate drops to 0.25% APY for balances under $5,000 and 3.75% APY for balances over $5,000. The benefit here is that you know exactly how you qualify without looking through all the fine print. The requirement is simple to earn a good rate. You need to keep the balance above $5,000. But if your balance dips below $5,000, your yield drops hard, which actually brings us to the next option. Varo gets people's attention as they are advertising one of the highest rates available, but there is a catch. Varo states that you can qualify for 5% APY on your balances up to $5,000. Now, there's a few steps to do this. 1, receive direct deposits totaling $1,000 or more, and 2, ending the month with a positive balance in all of your Varo accounts. Now, if you go over the $5,000, your rate drops to 2.5%. Not horrible, but not really the rate that we're going for in a high yield savings account. So in essence, you can save up your first $5,000 here in Varo and then switch to CIT Bank for their 4.1%. EverBank Performance Savings is currently advertising 3.9% APY for new accounts on all balances. So you don't need to worry about juggling them around or when you hit certain amounts. EverBank emphasizes that there are no fees involved, so it positions itself as a clean online savings product. One thing to know is that EverBank specifically notes that the displayed APY is for new accounts only, so confirm what applies if you're already an existing customer. Openbank is currently one of the highest no hoops high yield savings accounts on the major list, offering 4.09% on your money. One thing to note is that they state $500 minimum deposit is required to open an account with them. Now, the main benefit of Openbank is you don't need to meet all these crazy hoops as well, so which makes it great for an emergency fund. Bread Savings is currently advertising 4% APY without any maintenance fees, and they are also FDIC insured. Their website indicates a $100 minimum deposit to open their high-yield savings account. Now, here are a few features worth switching to Bread. They have a strong rate, low minimum deposit compared to Openbank, and it's easy to understand. Before signing with them, you must verify transfer speed and how quickly you can access your funds if this is going to be like your emergency fund account. Crew is not a traditional high-yield savings account. It's a high-yield checking system built for families that care about their finances. Crew's site shows an advertised 2.95% APY and says there's no minimum balance, no fees, or deposit required to obtain that particular rate. Now, similar to SoFi and Ally, Crew uses pockets so you can categorize your savings in different areas. Here's one difference, though, is that you can mark which pocket you want to spend from when you swipe your card. Like if you're going to the grocery store, you can open your app, set that pocket for the card, and then swipe it, and the funds will be automatically deducted out of that particular category. And as far as I'm aware, SoFi and Ally don't have this feature yet. Also note, Crew is specifically made for families, so you can open bank accounts for your kids with certain access. You can freeze and unfreeze their accounts as necessary, set spending limits, and give allowances which can be broken down into savings or spending for them if you allow them to enjoy some of their money. Now, one thing to note is that Crew is if you're looking to switch your entire system. If your goal is purely the highest rate, Crew is not trying to be that. So it's trying to be the budgeting first bank experience. Wealthfront is a big one for people who care about two things: strong cash yield and high FDIC coverage. Wealthfront's cash paid states 4.2% if you take the 0.65% boost for new clients, setting up a direct deposit, and investing with them. Now, they are not a traditional bank, but similar to Crew, their cash account is similar to a checking, as you can request a debit card and spend money out of the account while earning a great rate. Now, one reason I personally use Wealthfront is because they have FDIC insurance up to $8 million for singles and 16 million people for joint accounts. Now, they do this by sweeping deposits across 32 program banks. Now, Wealthfront is perfect for those who have more than $250,000 in savings and you want that FDIC coverage way beyond the normal amount. So with everything going on in the world right now, I'm not leaving a large chunk of cash uncovered because of silly stipulations. Another side benefit is that you can even invest with them. So when an opportunity presents itself, you can easily move that money straight from the cash account into the brokerage account. So if you want to use Wealthfront, you can use the referral link down below to get 4.05% for your first 3 months. Next is Betterment, and this is another cash account style like Wealthfront, rather than a classic bank high-yield savings account. Betterment shows their current cash reserve APY is 3.25%, but they are also running a boost with 0.65% for the first 3 months after a qualifying deposit. So that's 3.9% in total. They are also FDIC insured up to $2 million for single accounts and $4 million for joint accounts through their program banks, which includes some pretty big names. Betterment can be a great option if you like a modern cash account and you want a place that pairs with investing tools. Now, one thing to note is that you shouldn't choose it only for the promo. Make sure you're happy with the base rate after the boost ends. So other options like Ally and SoFi have way more features than just some promo for a few months. Next is Fidelity's cash management account, and you have choices on where to hold your money. Fidelity's cash management account has an FDIC-insured deposit sweep program, currently at 1.84% APY. I know it's not the best, but they also note cash can be insured up to $4 million through their program banks. Now, Fidelity also allows you to use the money market fund SPACs as your cash core position. This is the money market fund that I used when I saved up to buy my wife a new car using Fidelity's brokerage account. Now, Fidelity's institutional page shows that SPACs had a 7-day yield of 3.30%. But note that the CMA is also a brokerage account. It is covered under the Securities Investor Protection Corporation, or SIPC insurance, similar to the FDIC, up to $250,000 in cash. If you already invest at Fidelity, cash investing in one ecosystem can be very convenient. It cuts down on the money transfer time if you want to invest right away. And Fidelity also offers a 2% cashback credit card where you can invest your cash back. So the one thing to know is that if you use any budgeting apps, Fidelity's advanced security will at times break the API integration with the app, which sometimes can be a hassle. Vanguard Cash Plus is another cash management account very similar to the Fidelity cash management account. Vanguard states their bank suite APY is 3.1%, and they are advertising a 0.25% boost effective until April 30th. Now, the sweep account can be FDIC insured up to $1.25 million or $2.5 million for joint accounts. Now, while the money market accounts are SIPC insured up to $500,000. Now, if you do look at their money market accounts, there are a few different options that you can choose from that are above 3.5%, such as VMRXX and VUSXX are the most common. Now, features worth switching for: if you already use Vanguard and want a cash hub that's competitive, this is a clean keep it in the Vanguard move. Now, remember, don't chase the highest number blindly. Pick the account you'll actually trust and enjoy using. And if trust is a concern, Just don't make your emergency fund in a single point of failure. Split it across 2 places, 3 places. And if this video helped, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below and comment which bank that you enjoy using. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.